everyone, welcome to my first YouTube video. So I just want to put a quick disclaimer out there before I get started. So I'm going to be reviewing Lancôme's Idôle Nectar perfume today. I just want to say I'm not a perfumer or I don't have any expertise in creating perfumes. I just really enjoy it as a hobby and I've just been collecting them. I really just wanted to put my thoughts out there for anyone who might be wanting to know more about fragrances and what fragrances are really worth your money versus maybe you can pass on. So these are really just my opinions and things I've just researched online about the fragrance. So today I'll be talking about Idôle Nectar. So Lancôme actually has created an entire range of the Idôle line. And so this is one of the fragrances that they put out. The entire line ranges from fresh florals to slightly more fruity and woody, so there's a scent for really everybody's liking. Right off the bat, you can see the bottle is absolutely gorgeous. It's bold, it's sleek, it's very portable, and it's got a holographic sheen to it. Mine is a little bit used and kind of crusty, but I've traveled with it a lot and I've just had it for a long time, so that's why it looks like that. But it is a gorgeous bottle, and I believe it's also made out of recycled glass. So now moving on to the cost, and this is probably the biggest con I think that I have with the perfume, and it may not even be a real con because a lot of high quality fragrances cost a lot of money. So these generally, I believe, range from 120 to about 160 from what I've seen. They're not completely out of the range when it comes to like a high quality fragrance. Just a quick tip, if you are interested in buying the fragrance, Ulta actually does sales on these once in a while. Probably like twice a year, I want to say, and not just these, just all fragrances, where you can, I think, get like $20 off on a purchase of $50, something like that. And I think Sephora has the same as well. And I've been able to snag a couple different perfumes using that. Moving on now to the most exciting part, what does it smell like? So overall, Nectar has a sweet floral fragrance. It's described on Lancôme's website as a floral bouquet with a blast of deliciousness. Top note is rose souffle. It's a rose that is from Isparta. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. It's an Isparta rose, and Isparta is a city in Turkey. So the top note is a Turkish rose, and then the middle note is caramel popcorn. That's probably where the deliciousness description comes from. Quite that fresh popcorn scent, more so a sweet caramely with some hints of like a note of popcorn, some of that butteriness. Last note is a bourbon vanilla, and bourbon vanilla, at least in this fragrance, is originating from Madagascar. So the scent that bourbon vanilla has is described as creamy. It's sort of woody. It's all kind of layered in really nicely. Rose definitely has some dominance, but not enough to where I would say it's only a rose perfume. So let's do a quick live scent for you guys and see what I'm smelling right away. Yeah, so pretty much right off the bat, you can smell just this beautiful, deep rose smell, and it's more of a modern, almost juicy rose. And as the perfume sets, it sort of gets into that caramely, vanilla-y popcorn. You can start to smell those as it dries down. I'm not a huge vanilla fan per se. I don't really like really strong vanilla scents. So this, if you also are somebody who doesn't love that vanilla scent, this doesn't have like that really the known vanilla scent that you would think of when you think of a vanilla perfume. And right now there's a lot of perfumes that are actually coming out with vanilla. It seems to be a trend right now, but Definitely not for me, but if you're somebody who doesn't like the vanilla as, you know, similar to me, then I think that you would still like this perfume because you don't smell that vanilla just straight out. So, and I just wanted to talk about longevity and the ciliage. So longevity, of course, just means, you know, how long does a perfume last? And now that I've sprayed it on my sweater, I will probably still smell this after I wash it. So that's actually how strong the perfume is. And when I say strong, I don't mean that it's like overwhelming. It's more just it lasts really long. And that's really what you want out of a fragrance. So ciliage means that whenever you are wearing your fragrance and say a gust of wind hits you, does your scent travel? Can people behind you smell it? I had so many compliments on this from people who aren't like physically that close to me, which is really, really cool because that shows you that not only does the perfume last really long, but it has a presence. And for someone who likes to smell good, that's, you know, part of the draw of a really good perfume. So definitely, you know, long lasting, great ciliage. The scent is phenomenal. I mean, rose, the popcorn notes, and the bourbon vanilla. If you're somebody who, you know, wants to try a rose perfume and you don't want a super heavy rose, I think this one would be a good one to maybe blind buy or, you know, show up to your Sephora, your Ulta, and just give it a whiff. I mean, they also have other versions of the Idôle because, like I said, they have a whole line. Lancôme has great products and they do a good job at making sure they're quality. So let me know what you guys think if you get a chance to sniff one of these or grab one for yourself. The holidays are coming around, so it could be a good gift to ask for. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and if you enjoyed my video today, I'd love to have you subscribe and give me a thumbs up. That'll really help me out, and I'd love to also hear what other perfumes you'd like for me to review. That's all I have today. Thank you so much for sharing part of your day with me, and I hope that you were able to take something away. Thanks. See you guys next time.